Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some absolutely massive news to break today, and I'm beyond excited to share it with all of you. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, or if you're just a fan of football in general, trust me when I say you're going to want to stick around for this one. The Dallas Cowboys have officially confirmed that they've added a new reinforcement to their roster, and it's none other than the explosive, playmaking wide receiver, Calvin Ridley. Yes, you heard that right. Calvin Ridley, who's been a star in the NFL for several years, is now officially a Dallas Cowboy. This is a huge development for the Cowboys and for the entire NFC, and I can tell you right now, this move has the potential to shake up the entire landscape of the league. 1. So, how did this all happen? How did the Cowboys land one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the game today? Well, let's take it back for a second to get a full understanding of the significance of this move. Calvin Ridley was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft, and from the very beginning he quickly showed that he was going to be a problem for defenses. Ridley's ability to stretch the field with his elite speed, combined with his crisp route running and reliable hands, made him one of the most dangerous weapons in the NFL. He had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2020 and 2021, showing that he wasn't just a flash in the pan. He was a proven producer, and with his ability to make contested catches and hit home runs on deep balls, Ridley became a staple in the Falcons' offensive attack. However, just when it seemed like Ridley was on the verge of becoming one of the top wide receivers in the league, things took an unexpected turn. In 2021, Ridley made the difficult decision to step away from the game due to personal reasons, citing mental health concerns. The football world was shaken by this announcement, and many fans and analysts respected his decision, understanding the importance of mental health above everything else. After his brief hiatus, Ridley was traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2022, where he was poised to return to his elite form. But despite his obvious talent, Ridley wasn't able to fully break through in Jacksonville. The Jaguars had other emerging talents at wide receiver, such as Christian Kirk and Zay Jones, and despite being a proven commodity in the league, Ridley found himself in a crowded receiving corps. Fast forward to today, and the Dallas Cowboys have swooped in and made a bold move to acquire Ridley from the Jaguars, bringing him to one of the most storied franchises in the NFL. This is a massive acquisition, and it signals that the Cowboys are serious about making a Super Bowl run. With CeeDee Lamb already established as one of the premier wide receivers in the league, adding Calvin Ridley to the mix makes this offense truly dangerous. CeeDee has been a revelation as the team's no option, but the Cowboys needed someone to complement him, someone who could provide that extra dynamic, and Ridley fits that mold perfectly. Ridley isn't just a deep threat. He's a complete receiver. He can line up outside, in the slot, and can burn defenders on both short and deep routes. His ability to take a quick slant to the house or beat defenders down the field makes him a nightmare for defensive coordinators. But let's not forget about Dak Prescott, the quarterback who will be throwing him the ball. Dak has shown flashes of brilliance in his career, but at times he's been limited by inconsistency from his receiving corps. We've all seen games where the Cowboys' passing attack struggled because they didn't have that consistent no-2 threat alongside Lamb. And that's exactly what Lamb did. Now, with Ridley in the fold, defenses will have no choice but to respect both wide receivers, which will open up the field for the entire offense. Imagine Dak Prescott dropping back with the confidence that, at any moment, either Lamb or Ridley can be the one to make the big play. This move automatically makes the Cowboys' passing attack one of the most potent in the league. So, how exactly did this deal go down? After Ridley's time in Jacksonville didn't go as planned, the Jaguars made the difficult decision to move on from him, recognizing that they had other top options at the receiver position. The Cowboys, on the other hand, were hungry for that final piece to put them over the top. The trade was a straight-up deal, with Dallas sending a 2025 second-round pick and a future fourth-round pick to the Jaguars in exchange for Ridley. Looking at that trade in hindsight, it's clear that the Cowboys made a savvy move here. A second-round pick and a fourth-round pick may seem like a steep price for a player coming off a period of uncertainty, but for a talent like Ridley, it's absolutely worth it. If he returns to his 2020 form, the Cowboys just got a steal. The impact of this trade on the Cowboys' offense can't be overstated. Dallas has now got two top-tier wide receivers, which puts them in an elite tier offensively. CeeDee Lamb and Calvin Ridley, lining up on opposite sides, will give Dak Prescott a plethora of options to work with. For opposing defenses, it will be a nightmare. Do you double cover Lamb and leave Ridley in single coverage, or do you try to play them both straight up? That's the kind of dilemma NFL defenses will have to face week in and week out. And let's not forget about the other weapons the Cowboys already have. Tony Pollard in the backfield will make it even harder for defenses to key in on the pass game. And with the Cowboys' offensive line still being one of the better units in the league, Dak should have plenty of time to let plays develop downfield. But the excitement around this move isn't just coming from the coaching staff and front office. Cowboys fans are absolutely buzzing right now. Social media has been flooded with excitement ever since the news broke, and you can feel the energy building. Fans are already talking about how this could be the move that finally puts the Cowboys back in Super Bowl contention after so many years of falling short. There's a real sense of hope and optimism surrounding this team now, and for good reason. With Ridley, Lamb, Pollard, and Prescott all in the same offense, the Cowboys now have the potential to compete with any team in the NFC or the NFL as a whole. The addition of Ridley has Cowboys fans talking about the possibility of a championship run, and they're not shy about expressing their excitement. Whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or even TikTok, you can see fans throwing out all sorts of hype videos, memes, and predictions, and it's all in celebration of this huge move. Looking at this from a broader perspective, it's clear that the Cowboys are going all in for a Super Bowl in 2025. They know that the window with Dak Prescott and their talented roster is closing, and they've made a big statement by acquiring Ridley. This trade has all the makings of a defining moment in the Cowboys' season, and I wouldn't be surprised if we look back at this as the move that helped push them over the top. Sure, the road to a Super Bowl is never easy, but with Calvin Ridley joining the team, the Cowboys have certainly put themselves in a great position to make a serious run. So what's next for the Cowboys? Well, training camp is just around the corner, and we'll see how quickly Ridley can gel with Dak and the rest of the offense. We've seen players come in and make immediate impacts, but it takes time to build chemistry, especially in the passing game. However, given Ridley's experience and his ability to contribute right away, I'm confident that he'll fit seamlessly into the Cowboys' offensive scheme. 3. The key now is to see if Ridley can get back to his 2020 form, and if he can, the Cowboys could have one of the most potent offenses in the league. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and as a Cowboys fan, I couldn't be more pumped. In closing, I just want to say that the Dallas Cowboys are making all the right moves. Adding Calvin Ridley to an already loaded roster shows that they're serious about competing for a Super Bowl, and they've got the tools to make it happen. If you're a Cowboys fan, now is the time to be excited. This team is building something special, and with Ridley in the mix, they're setting themselves up for a legitimate championship run. Stay tuned, because the 2025 season is going to be one for the history books. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on all things Cowboys and NFL. We've got more news coming your way soon, and you won't want to miss it.